Peace to the fam. It's comedicmind.com, and in this video we're going to be talking about order out of chaos. So, order out of chaos, order out cow, the number 33. What is this? What are we talking about? I need to provide context to let people understand it. I had to do this video on my phone because my internet is shut down. I can't even connect to the internet on my cell phone. That's how much it's shut down. I never had that happen. And when I tried to upload this video I'm about to do now, it gave me a delay of like 4 hours. I kid you not, that it's taken to upload. I never had a video take that long. The video wasn't that long. It was like 18 minutes. So we're gonna get right into it. So anyways, just trying to, not be more resilient. Roda Osman, the brick mason. So for those who don't know, Roda Osman is the woman in the video on September 3rd, 2023. And we're going to get right into it. And she's just on this video claiming that somebody hit her in the face with a brick. And it is important to understand that, these people are set up on the web. They're not by accident. The world is very much so a stage. Doesn't mean that everything's fake, right? But some things are very controlled and planned. So let's see what she says here.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah, this man.
So you got hit in the face with a brick, so now the safest thing to do is get on social media. Instead of being ready to defend yourself, let me get on social media.
This man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just
So the people that are supposed to protect you, you're mad that they were supposed to protect you if you're hit in the face with a brick, which the damage doesn't even go brick-like.
What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
So yeah, this character. So January the 19th, 2024, the 33-year-old Roda Mason, the update on her is that the Houston Police Department stated that she was the aggressor. According to Christian Terry of Click to Houston, 2024, Roda Osman, 33, is accused of committing felony theft by deception. And here's her character. Again, let's look at her character.
Their choice. You're taking away the ability for them to make a decision that's good for themselves. And that's why I always lie to the people of the global minority and men.
Well, she's basically just stating that she's okay with lying to men and, the whole misandrous behavior which we've seen towards black men for a very long time. Very much so out in the open. You can find this type of content out there, unfortunately. And again, I don't want to push no gender divide stuff. So, everybody's entitled to who they want to date and who they want to be with. I'm not trying to de-police nobody. I'm not trying to, state who somebody should be with. At the end of the day, I know my personal preference is the black woman and will most likely always be the black woman. However, I understand why people, do what they do or be with whoever they want to be with. And it should be about love first and not the exterior, because as we saw with Courtney Clenny, the lady who killed that other gentleman, we know that it doesn't matter the race. It's the person's heart, their spirit, their soul, what they're connected with, who they're connected with, and everything else, and how they were raised. So she still states that she is still bruised up with no visible damage, and I just took a screenshot of that. She was just saying she was bruised, and she pointed to a spot, and it was just really not, I didn't see too much damage. Again, with these things, you don't know if something sees damage in herself. So the hidden side of this news story. And the reason why I say that is because, her character is called into question when you begin to look at the videotape of her basically gloating about how she lies to the global minority and black men. And she started laughing in this wicked voice. So, It's important to view the news without emotion, pay attention to the details, ask questions, and not view things exclusively from the lens of one's personal experience or personal bias. This gender war agenda by the Rockefellers is still alive, but and is being thoroughly exposed, which is suitable for those who do not want to see black men with black women on a large scale. I talked about feminism and how, unfortunately, it was created as a construct to divide and break up and break down the family. So why don't they want to see black people unite? Well, the fear of genetic annihilation, which is something Dr. Frances Cress Welsing had brought out about the fear of genetic annihilation. So her name anagram, Roda Osman, can be spelled in many different ways. 10-letter anagram for her name, Roda Osman. You have monodramas, a dramatic composition written for one partner. For her first name, Rhoda, orad, toward the mouth or oral region, road. So she apparently is now on the road on the run. Okay, isn't that interesting that her name, Rhoda, also sums to road? You write it a different way. So her last name, Osman, you can find Mason out of that. And of course, that's some of these people are associated with secret fraternal orders. And I just find it interesting that she's doing so well financially. It looks like she has, she's spending more money than what she got on that little GoFundMe. And again, this is all, to me, planned, calculated, and plotted evil. So she had a theatrical performance and is now in Jamaica on the road, possibly part of the fraternal order. And looking at her name numerology, we have the words in Pythagorean numerology. Now, Pythagorean numerology is interesting because it takes every double-digit number of the alphabet. So if you list all the numbers in alphabetical order and you add them together until you get a single digit, you'll have Pythagorean numerology. You take all those numbers, and then as you select a letter, you add it together with whatever number is synced as a single digit. So, for example, Fox, you have Fox News, you have F will represent 6, O will represent 6, X will represent 6. You get 666 with Fox News. That's not by accident. Not by accident. You'll see a lot of these names. Courtney Clenny, I Love Lucy. You have you. You know what I'm saying? You'll have names with double U's or double C's as the first two letters of somebody's name. The first letter the first letter of their first name and the first letter of their last name. Usually how they do it, you'll see a place called MM, or start with an MM or something like that. Or you had Mac Miller, but that was more, that was, the M is not as prevalent as CL, CL. You ever see these the rappers called Lil this and Lil that, and, it sometimes syncs with that 33 coding. So, little lesson on Pythagorean numerology, but Rhoda equals 20 if you add up her name. Agent equals 20. Now, if we reverse that same calculation, we get Osman, 33. Rhoda was 33 years old. 33, if we look at that, we have this symbol here, order out of cow, or order out of chaos. And that's why I made this image here, order out of chaos. And it's just basically the chaos of black men and women fighting online is quite impactful. It is viewed as creative destruction, according to the Overlords of Chaos website, Rome. Okay, so creative destruction. And of course, our people are known for our historic ability to create amazing things and be one of the leaders, the leading races when it comes to creativity. And of course, to harness this into something potentially negative, we gotta keep you guys, instead of cooperating, keep you guys focused on these events that divide. Please take a moment and think about all the videos, reaction videos, and people yelling at each other and fighting it out arguing over social media about who's a scammer, who's not. I witnessed a lot of passion in people over something placed before everyone to divide and conquer in this ritual. These stories happen all the time, 24/7, 365. Begin not to react to every story as truth. Instead, ask critical questions and do some digging. Notice this article published by MSNBC revving up the gender war nicely between black people. Brickgate reviews an age-old argument between black men and women. So the article goes on to talk about the divide between black women and black men, stating this event highlights broader issues of tension and trauma within the black community, where women's reports of violence can lead to backlash and accusations, reflecting unaddressed pain tied to gender dynamics and societal expectations. And when we talk about the violence, as I know that is an issue, these types of incidences make it hard for women who actually are victims and of violent incidences. And I would recommend ladies to, if you want to take my advice, stick to guys that mind their own business and come home. They're not out in the streets. They're not out there being reckless or committing crimes or living a life of crime. I know it may seem boring or whatever else, but you ain't got to worry about a lot of things. Especially stay away from Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay, so the incident is a dangerous incident for black women who are victims of crime and for black men who are looked at as boogie monsters. So now the incident makes black women look bad, and more has to be done to make sure our people are protected from these agents of chaos and bricks. If MSNBC is making articles like this, we should all be aware of just how badly they don't want us to have children, healthy two-parent households. We must continue to sound the alarm against anything that divides black people, because we know that when we're united, Black Wall Streets are not too far away. So at the same time, the same media celebrates other races having children and families. They have clinics to help, white women specifically, help them, have children and things of that nature. Other races, of course, and a support system, right? The family is a support system. So we struggle to get the essential births that we need, right? Black women, they said 3 black women die for every 1 white woman. So I'll close with a perfect example of what I'm talking about, and this video just kind of goes over the disparities in health. And I left some links and sources there. And again, just kind of view things that happen. Don't just react emotion, just with emotion. Kind of figure out what's the character of this person that's reporting. Do some research, and it'll bring to light the truth. Okay, so this is the article for today. Roda Osman, the brick mason, and hopefully, she's on the run at the moment.